people want to help you. Now, the important part of that message is closed mouths will not get fed. If you're not out trying to find that opportunity, if you're afraid to ask for help, then you won't be helped. That's the bottom line. Now, you may be turned down by some stranger that you ask for a deal, but if it's somebody that loves you, somebody that respects you, they will jump at the opportunity to help, especially if you are able to offer them something in return. Now, that should be the case about 90% of the time. And there are times when you really can't help someone. And that's where the first old head quote comes into play. I was talking talking at the retail store that I work at with an older gentleman, an older older guy that really was just full of wisdom. And what he told me was, most people don't know why their ass is behind them and not in front of them. And the way he broke it down was, basically that means people don't learn from shitting where they're about to step. They let all their shit be right in front of them. When really, you should appreciate the fact that your ass is behind you and leave that shit in the past. And I think that's important when you're thinking about moving forward. And if you're somebody that's just in love with the comfort of stepping in your own shit, you'll be stuck. You won't go anywhere, and you'll die, which is tragic. Sometimes you can't help the fact that somebody wants to stay comfortable. All you can do is consistently be that positive influence. I had a great idea working with a coworker on a boutique. Basically, she was telling me she was fed up with not really doing anything outside of work for herself. And she's one of those people that I look up to and respect in that workplace. So I start to brainstorm for her, start to give her options. I say, okay, tell me what you think about this. Tell me what you think about that. Here, give me your information. Tell me specifics on this. What's important to you? What inspires you? Things of that nature. She never filled it out. End of discussion. She didn't want to do anything with the idea because it was just an idea she had, apparently. Whereas I took it very seriously. She was okay with not being content and not putting in that extra drive. And that's where the second quote comes in from the old heads. A guru, I know how that sounds, but we're talking about finding an edge, and you got to really learn from everybody that you can. This guy, his name is Dandapani, I believe. And what he says is, life is the direct manifestation of what you focus your energy on. So if you decide to focus your energy on staying in the same place or going backwards, being negative, the energy is not going to discriminate. It's going to be all for it because, you're your own master. If you decide one day, hey, enough is enough. I'm not going to be stepping in my own shit anymore. I'm going to leave it behind me. The energy is going to follow suit. You're going to wake up. You're going to have more energy. You're going to get out of bed faster. You're going to be on your shit. You're going to be on your tasks. You're going to feel that being focused is easier and it's almost natural, which it is. Honestly, it is. You just have to get it started. Now, don't be too caught up whenever you can't help somebody. That's an important lesson as well, because you only have so much energy yourself to spend. You want to make sure that it's spent well. Now, that's not to say, oh, somebody's not hearing you, leave them in the past. Cut them off. They're done. They're not worth it. Okay, maybe they aren't worth it right now, but another piece of advice from Dan DePani is he says that a great way to find out if somebody is worth your time is if they want something from you that takes your energy, give them a small task to complete before you put your effort into whatever it is. So in my case, it was giving my coworker the list of things and asking her to fill that out so I have a better idea of what she wanted to do with this boutique business. It was never filled out, so be it. We move forward. And that's the way that went. I might look into the idea. Like I said, I was able to buy some things in bulk, and yeah, that's that for her situation. Maybe we figure out something in the future. Yeah, so you only have so much energy. Spend it wisely. Be very selective about that, because you don't want to burn out and lose your drive. Now, I want to touch on the whole having a job while trying to flip things and turn money into more money. And the importance of that is you always have something to fall back on. To me, it's important to be aggressive with this right now, because I want to gain that stable ground. But the reason why I'm being aggressive now is so that I can make money without trying as hard later on. So you're talking about passive income in that situation, and honestly, that frees up your time to try out a lot of new things, and it gives you more security. So passive income, for me, is the end goal, and I think it should be for you as well. And that's not to say I'm going to stop sourcing and looking for things. It's really fun for me. So I'll just try to make sure that I'm making a good amount when I do, and also be focusing on that next step the entire time, putting more energy into that. So when you ask how much is your time worth, you should know that it's a lot more than most jobs are willing to pay you. And that's why I believe that you should take the matters into your own hands and get your value out of the world in front of you. There's patterns, and you kind of just have to put the positivity and practice into work and make the best out of those things that you recognize. Because I mean, you could stay doing the same thing with your energy and wondering why you have none, but honestly, there's a better way to do things. And yeah, I just feel like those things will be very helpful, and they will gain you an edge in the end, or just put that positivity into things, put that practice and consistency into it. So positivity, practice, consistency, and you will see good results. Now, I do want you guys to learn something from the things that I do, the mistakes that I make, but that's just me naturally wanting to get feedback and see what you guys think about what's been going on with me, and see what's going on with you guys. I don't really care about the likes. You can even keep the subscription. Just leave a comment. Tell me what's going on with you. Let me know what you've learned or maybe something you disagree with. I appreciate the feedback, and I'll see you guys next time.